I mean, I'm live over here. That's enough out of you. You're not here.
We're live.
We've been live.
How's it going?
Ding.
Hey guys, No Name here,
It's me, Decoy.
and welcome to another lovely weekly live stream podcast. I'm trying to pull up the chat on the Facebook. Hold on. But we've got a little bit of a, I wouldn't really call this a different topic, but something that's a little bit different than what we normally do, I guess. But
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm like at least 10% sure.
At least 10%?
At least 10%.
At least 10%.
How do I pull up the chat?
It's over there on the side.
Where?
It's on that side
Oh,
right there.
no.
It's squish.
No.
You're not very good at this, are you?
No, I am not. So let me do this, and then, oh god.
Hi,
Oh, God.
everybody. We'll just wait here for Tom
Sorry,
to figure out Facebook.
just some Tom difficulties. Again, welcome to another weekly live stream. It's
Weekly?
It's
It's weekly?
weekly live stream. So before we go ahead and get to the, can I say it?
Shut up.
Can I say it?
No.
Just this once.
No.
Just this once.
No.
I'm saying it anyway. The meat and potatoes of tonight's topic. Thank you. I'm
No.
hungry now. So obviously we're gonna go over a couple of our little bit of announcements. Would you mind pulling up the GoFundMe, please? I said please. So first announcement coming up. We just recently got the flyers in for it, but we have
Kalashnikov Luger.
what?
Kalashnikov Luger.
The Kalashnikov.
You guys should look up Kalash. Yeah, it says Kalashnikov Luger is what the video title is. That's what it says.
Anyway,
Off topic.
we have upcoming October 26th. We have Operation Extreme Outbreak, and in case you couldn't tell, there's those two handsome fellows in the front there.
Whoa.
I only said that because if we add the both of us together, it makes us handsome. Alone, we're
That's
garbage.
true. That's
But
how
anyway.
that works.
So, that's going to be coming up October 26th. Pre-reg is live. It has been live. So make sure you pre-reg. What did I just say?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Make sure you pre-reg. Pay no mind to my friend here. He's a little aloof.
What?
Yes. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, actually. Anyway, so make sure you pre-reg for that. It is going to be a Resident Evil themed event.
I like that game.
Yes, I enjoy them as well.
The movies are better. And also canon. And also didn't flop in theaters.
Just so you know, if Decoy happens to disappear after this live stream, I guarantee you it was not me murdering him and putting him in the dumpster. Anyway,
I'm
so
sorry.
I will be leading Stars. Scott Sosamo from the Rykon Reapers will be leading BSAA. Decoy here will be leading Umbrella.
I am the Decoy.
And have we figured who's going to be leading UECMS?
I feel like we had an idea, but I can't remember who.
Alright. So we're not quite sure.
It's somebody.
We're not quite sure exactly who's going to be leading UBCMS yet, but we've got a few ideas on that.
You're getting better at that.
I am getting better at it, aren't I? So make sure you guys are pre-registered for that. It's going to save you $5. Technically, it's going to save you $10. It's going to save you $5 on the admission, and you're going to get a free event patch. Who doesn't want free patches? I love patches. You've seen the inside of my car. I've got patches all along the headliner of my car.
Yeah, you got a good start to a collection there.
I've got a good start to my collection there.
Yeah.
So, and it's growing. I love patches.
Someday you'll get there.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm a broke boy. I'm sorry. So
Patches don't cost that much, and most people just give them
I'm
away.
a broke boy. All those
right.
patches are patches that I've gotten for free.
All right.
Anyway, so you get the free event patch. You get to pick your team.
Oh, I'd love to pick my team.
Yes, I know. It's awesome, isn't it?
I want to be the head of BSAA.
Not you. You can't pick your team.
Why not?
You already picked your team.
You just said I can pick my team.
No, not you specifically. They can pick their team.
I don't care if they can pick their team. I want to pick my team.
But you can't. You already picked your team.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You physically volunteered.
You can't prove
You-
that. I think the
Well,
conversation...
maybe
If I remember
by
correctly,
the picture.
If I remember correctly, the conversation went, "Do you have a lab coat?" Yes. Okay. Your leading umbrella.
So, but you'll get to pick your team. He's not 100% wrong. You'll get to pick your team.
It was actually more of I have my own lab coat. I can lead umbrella.
So
It's actually how it went.
that seems a little more likely.
Yep.
So you get to pick your team. If you show up the day of, you'll obviously have to pay full price. You don't get a free event patch. You'll have to buy the patch. And the
Worth
patch
it.
is going to be pretty cool looking,
Worth
actually. And you won't be able to get to pick your team. You'll get put on whatever team needs you. So the
Now-
big misconception is we're just putting on what team we feel like it. No, we're putting you on the team that needs you. So
Yes.
I'll make sure you guys are pre-registering. Do it now.
He says we need photos. There is no evidence. I don't know to what.
You just admitted it.
I'm not to what are they? Referring?
Oh, I'm assuming he's talking about.
I have a
you pick
picture.
the team?
I have my own lab coat. I'm wearing it in this picture.
Yes.
Right here. You saw it on the splash screen. You will see it again.
Yes,
Oddly enough.
you
In
will.
roughly 40 minutes time ish.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, pre-reg. It is going to be fun. I know you probably can't see it if I do that. Pre-register.
Yes.
It is going to be fun.
Yes.
Pre-reg is live. It's been live for a couple weeks now, actually.
Yes.
It's actually, I think this is the longest pre-reg period that we're going to have for pretty much any of the ops that we've done
So far, yes.
so far.
Mm-hmm.
What's that you got over there, Decoy?
It's a calculator.
No, next to the calculator.
Tape.
No. Behind that. No. No, the piece of paper. The piece of paper. Yes, that.
Oh.
Sorry, he's still learning.
Saturday night specials. 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. That's midnight for all you people who don't know how time works. Which there are some, apparently. Come on. There we go. All right. This Saturday, the 21st, is adult night.
Oh, really?
Yes! Adult night, by the way, we get to change our rules a little bit. It's 400 feet per second with .25s, 0 engagement distance, and we allow pyro grenades.
What?
Good overacting there, Tom. Thank you.
Just be glad I didn't do a spit take.
Are we going to go to the Area 51 raid on Friday? No, that was actually canceled.
And even if it wasn't canceled, I have to work.
And I don't want to spend my entire life in federal prison.
If you survive.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, they can stop you all. We were literally watching videos of the Moab going off. They can stop you all pretty quick.
Oh, yes. And I guarantee you they have that sort of ordinance.
It's just like the safety brief I do for bomb plant now. Don't just run in there. You'll get hurt, and I will laugh.
Yes.
Yes. Next Saturday is Pistol Shotgun Night.
Ooh, pistol shotgun night's back.
Now, just to clarify, and people are going to ask, if we're going to have probably a problem with it, people not understanding, at least. Yes, we allow drum mags. They have to be OEM'd by the manufacturer. That means made by the manufacturer.
Yes.
So.
They can't be like your Tapazines or anything like that. It has to be something that you physically got from. So, like, if you have a WE pistol or whatever, and they make a drum mag for their pistol, that's fine.
Yep.
But it can't be something custom made. Actually, that's
No, that's a good example.
Is it a good example? But do
we allow the
allow
AA-12, right? Yeah, so we allow AA-12s, and here's an AA-12 drum mag.
This was made by Tokimori for the AA-12.
It's got power.
So these are okay. Anything that you had to make or another customer had to 3D print for something, those aren't allowed.
Yes, that.
Okay, now go back to not existing.
Poof.
Wait, where'd he go?
Brad Beaver asks, who's going to op... That's not how you spell Dorigo.
That is not how you spell Dorigo. I have to work.
most of Rycon's going, which means that Chuckles will be going. And I believe Nick Williams from our rep
Yes.
staff will also be going.
Which means that somebody needs to be here to, make sure the store doesn't burn down.
Anyways.
So,
Next Saturday, as in the Saturday after the 21st, is Pistol Shotgun Night. I should probably say that 28th is Pistol Shotgun Night. 21st is Adult Night.
yes.
Yes.
Now, did you pull up the GoFundMe?
Why would I do that, Tom?
Because I want to give everybody an update on Cliff. So, for the past few weeks, I made that really awkward. I don't know why I made it that awkward. So, for the past few weeks, there's been a GoFundMe going around for...
Is that actually his first name?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize that's what it was either.
Interesting. Okay.
But anyway, so there's been a GoFundMe going around that's been started by the Airsoft community. Good friend of ours, Cliff, and any of you guys that have been here for any of our events or anybody that knows anything about Airsoft for the most part knows that he is a pretty high up guy at Elite Force.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, I've heard of him a couple times. I've met him a couple times.
Whoa. You've met him?
Yes. But he's obviously a good friend of us here at Extreme, and he's obviously a really good friend to pretty much any airsoft field ever that has ever met the guy, and pretty much any of the other major airsoft fields like Tac City and SS, Oregon Airsoft. They
Airsoft
can all
Atlanta.
vouch for that. Airsoft Atlanta. And even people like Jet Desert Fox, I guarantee you, has met him, and Unicorn Leah.
Oh, yeah. Well, they also shared the post and did the talk.
So they can all vouch for him. That
you
he
probably
is a
want to see that.
super, super nice guy. And unfortunately, a few weeks back, probably about a month ago, maybe,
I think so,
I'd
yeah.
say, his house did get hit by a flood. And he did lose quite a bit of stuff, and there was a lot of property damage. So the airsoft community decided to start a GoFundMe to help him out. Because we all know he would do the exact same thing for any one of us if we were in his shoes. So far, we've raised about a significant amount. We've raised about $19,000 so far. We still haven't met the goal yet, but we're getting close. So even if you only have $1 or $2, every penny helps. We need to make sure that Cliff is not trying to do this on his own. He is a super, super nice guy. He will literally bend over backwards for anybody. He is probably the most sincere person that I've ever met. We need to help him.
Yes.
We need to help him. We need to show him that he's not alone.
Yes.
Now that we've gotten serious there.
Time to stop doing that. That's stupid.
So, we've got a spotlight. I wanted to throw that one.
Tough. You can throw this.
I'm not throwing this. That's a weird way to introduce the spotlight. So, we've got, for a spotlight today, we have the absolutely gorgeous, and it makes me not want,
What's the number for this one?
this one's the 805.
Okay.
805.
Okay.
This is the Gen 2 CZ 805 Bren, more specifically the A1 version because it has a longer barrel, in gray, which is a heck of a lot better looking than the tan one.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
definitely.
I'll tell you that. So it is a full metal upper receiver, polymer lower receiver, just like the real thing's going to be. It does take standard M4 mags, which is something that some people actually get confused about. They think it's a proprietary magazine.
Well, it's because the 804.
The European version of the 805 does take a proprietary magazine.
Different number.
They don't call it different. They actually, it's the same gun with the different.
Oh, you mean the 8? Oh, I thought we were talking about the real steel ones. I thought we were talking about the real
No,
steel ones. I'm sorry.
No, we're
I'm
talking
sorry.
about airsoft.
Yes. The European ASG.
So the European version of the ASG CZ 805 actually takes its own proprietary magazine, where your American version, it's almost like they think we're lazy here.
I mean,
They're not wrong, but so the American version of the CZ 805 brand takes your standard M4 magazines. Now I haven't gotten a chance to test the Gen 2 for mag fitment and feeding with most of your standard mags, but I did know that with the Gen 1, they worked perfectly with the PTS EPMs, which is actually where I started running EPMs. Oh, look at that, works.
that actually, I didn't even realize that went in.
So that is actually one thing that people notice with these is when you stick the mag in, it doesn't really seem like the mag goes all the way in, but
You do.
it's in there.
Oh,
It's secure. It's not going anywhere. So it does have ambidextrous controls, literally ambidextrous everything. So ambidextrous selector, ambidextrous magazine release. Ambidextrous mag relief. The charging handle can be swapped to the other side.
It does not have ambidextrous everything. There's no way to put the ejection port over here.
Shut up.
I'm right, though.
Shut up.
I'm right, though.
Shut up. So you can change your charging handle to be on the other side. The charging handle does not lock to the rear, unfortunately, so you do have to hold it back to get to your hop-up, which is fairly easy to do anyway.
Alright.
You can just kind of hold it and do your thing.
I hope the Microns pick that up.
Now, internally, they've only made one change to this gun from the Gen 1, and that was give it a MOSFET, which is one thing that people had a complaint about with the Gen 1s.
The MOSFET?
Is that they didn't have a MOSFET.
Oh, well, I mean, that would be a complaint about
Yes.
the MOSFET.
But still has the same 603 tri-bore barrel, still has the same low resistance low resistance?
Are you sure it's a 603 or 805?
Shut up. So it still has the low resistance wiring. Everything about it is still the Bren. They just added a MOSFET to it, which gives you a better trigger response, more consistent trigger response. Obviously, you're a lot less likely to burn it out. Granted, the low resistance wiring does that for you, but having that MOSFET in there does give you the added benefit of not being able to burn, or not having to worry about burning the gun out by tossing an 11-1 in these, and they handle amazingly on an 11-1, I'll tell you.
Yeah, no, Olins would handle an 11-1.
Mm-hmm. I ran an 11-1 out of mine for
Fine.
quite a while.
I just realized that that's actually labeled for 5.6.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
You didn't know that?
I never really
Now you do.
handled Derek's.
So
Because
as
Derek's
far as
got-
internally, it is a version 3 gearbox, so pretty standard for pretty much whatever you want to do. And everything else about it is as far as manipulation of it goes, it's got that very M4 feel to it, or actually more. I'd say I'd liken it more to like a Scar almost. As you can tell, it's kind of like a more modernistic looking Scar kind of.
All right, let me just interrupt you there for a second to remind everybody that we will answer all your questions towards the end of the stream. I do see them. I do write them
Yes.
down. We will get there.
What he said.
Don't worry.
So, but definitely need to check these things out. Like I said, I have a Gen 1, and I absolutely love the thing. This thing is awesome. Actually, this was my first legitimate airsoft gun, was the Bren, the Gen 1, obviously.
You mean not plastic gearbox?
Basically, yes. Not like your cheapo Walmart.
Wait, but there's more.
There is more. Side folding stock. It does lock into place, so it's not going to go anywhere on you. You do also have an extendable stock. And the battery space is super easy to get to. You pop this pin, which can be a little stiff sometimes, but you pop this pin.
Mm-hmm. Real quick there.
Shut up. Slide the stock off.
It's down, which is not the direction you would think it would be.
No, you would think it would move up, which is weird. It kind of threw me off the first time I grabbed mine. But there's your plug, stick-type battery. We did test, I did test it. The long, skinny stick-type 11-1s that fit in the Evo do fit inside these guys. And you can
Almost
see
like they were designed to take them.
almost. And you can see part of your MOSFET system on the end of the wiring there.
And what you're not seeing is there is the plug for the quick change.
was getting
right
there.
I'm interrupting you and
I
stealing
was
your thunder.
getting there. You can't steal my thunder. This is my thunder.
Too bad.
And right on the back there, you have that little, looks like a Phillips screw, a really big Phillips screw. She is a quick change spring. You do not have to take the gearbox out of the gun. All you gotta do is take the stock off. Super awesome. Love it. Very similar idea to how the Scorpion does it. Very similar.
Yeah, except that's different end.
What?
You have to take the different end of the gun off. The opposite end of the gun off.
For the spring?
Oh, for the spring?
For the spring.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
I could tell.
For the battery, you take the opposite end of the gun
Yeah,
off.
for the battery, you take the opposite end of the gun off.
There is a spring on the opposite end of the gun as well.
I hate you so much.
No, similar idea. You just kind of pop the bottom down. Yeah.
True. So, but comes with flip-up front rear sight. Nothing fancy. It's just your standard post and hole. Nothing really fancy. They do automatically lock down, so you don't have to worry about pushing any buttons. Kind of like on the Avalons, where you have to hold the button in before you try to fold it. No, you just slap them down when you want them up. push them. That's it. Super simple. Yeah, I kind of want to grab a Gen 2 for myself, actually.
I mean, you could make do with your Gen 1 pretty easily.
I know, but I want it in gray.
Well, whose fault is that?
Actually, I didn't buy mine. Thank you very much. I actually got it in a mystery box before I started working here. But yeah, definitely check it out.
Yes, I'm writing down stuff.
Oh. So again, we're not ignoring your questions. We are saving them for the end. He is writing all your questions down.
Whoa.
I know, it's weird, huh?
All right. Let's do that spotlight again.
All right, so now getting to the. Can I
Shut up.
Can I say?
No,
just,
you already
just
said
one
it
more
once.
time.
You said it once.
Just one. Just
you
one
already
more
said
time.
it once.
Fine. Getting to the topic at hand. Accessories and building a gun for different play styles.
And meat and potatoes.
And meat and potatoes. You son of a...
Good job, team. We did it.
Tango down. Mission accomplished. Isaiah, we'll answer that at the end, at Q&A. I got you. We got the question. I don't know why I was looking there.
No, we're not going to eat the gun. We don't own this.
No. So,
If it was Tom's, I would, because it's already broken anyway.
yeah, because somebody broke it. I'm super pissed off about that.
You made it sound like it was me.
No,
It wasn't me.
I apologize. I did not mean to direct that towards you.
Okay.
No, shut up. So, topic at hand. How to build certain guns for different playstyles and what sort of accessories you would need for that. I would have assumed that this would be a relatively straightforward one, but
Now that you're thinking about it?
Well, I still get a lot of questions about it, which is weird. Like, what sort of accessories should I get for blah, 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 blah?
Also feel like, and this is something that I talk about a lot in the store. People get lied to by video games. Like, video games like to make, I'd say, vert grips like seem like the end all be all, and I don't like to run them because they're. Did you bring it up to share with the class? Tom. Oh, it's okay. I got my own.
Anyway.
All right, so I feel like people get lied to because they're like, vert grips are really good in video games. I don't like them. I find them kind of uncomfortable. I'm getting more used to them again now that I'm running one on my UMP. But it's not for recoil compensation, which it always is in video games. It's just because I've got a big hand and the UMP does not give you a lot of forward grip space.
So believe it or not, in the real world, a vertical grip has nothing to do with your recoil compensation.
I know that, Tom.
I was saying that to them. That's why I wasn't looking at you when I said it.
You weren't really looking at anybody.
True.
All right.
But as far as accessories and whatnot go, when it comes to grips for airsoft, it doesn't really matter. It's really all about what feels more comfortable in your hand when you're holding on to whatever platform it is you have. So in a case of, I'll use me as an example.
I don't have any good examples here of my stuff.
Yeah, neither do I, but. So.
Oh, hello.
Harrison,
I think you would know.
You did an excellent job on this gun. I'm very proud of you, Harrison.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison, you
did
would know
great.
this. Like, this came from your shed.
You did great. And to answer your question, ASG. ASG Harrison made it.
Is that his real first name?
I'm pretty sure it's his real first name.
Okay.
So, Harrison, can you confirm ASG is your first name, right? Like your true first name? Asking for a friend.
Is that friend you or is that friend me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I kind of wish I had some examples of my guns because I try to keep it somewhat minimalist, but I do put some stuff for comfort in.
So,
Mostly
whenever
optics,
I'm
optics
holding
are
on
good.
to any one of my platforms, or most of my platforms,
We're supposed to ask you if we can eat the gun.
no, you can't eat the gun.
No, yeet.
Oh, wants to ask.
Yeet.
He wants to ask Harrison if he can yeet the gun. No. I am not asking Harrison if we can yeet the gun. It is a nice gun. I have one.
Why are you using? Oh, you're missing out, YouTube chat.
Just so you know, Harrison, I am literally going to call you a super guy Harrison from now on. I
That-
hope you know what
confirmed.
you got yourself into.
Confirmed.
Oh my god.
What do you mean? What about the ICS on the wall? I'm not gonna go grab it.
We've got a few ICS on the wall.
He means the ASG ICS collaboration. the Terra
Oh,
Arms.
I'm pretty sure we've already spotlit that.
Yes, but he's talking about for the front grip.
Oh.
And that for comfort, which I do not find that front grip comfortable. It's
I can
interesting.
see why.
It's different. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to take back. I do find it comfortable because it's very similar to the PDRC one, which is comfortable. However, I feel like with the placement of your hands,
He did it again. I am also an ASG, a sincere gentleman.
did you know clowns aren't people? They're supposed to be clowns, but I'll accept that too.
Why, thank you, Harrison. I appreciate that. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me.
I don't know, it seems like with your hand placement, I'm just gonna ignore both of you. Your hand placement with the Hera Arms ICS, it's not as comfortable as it could be.
No, I can see that. I can see that.
As in the PDRC, but
So,
oh, yeah, we're gonna ignore that.
oh man. So when it comes to, if we're going to stick on the topic of grips for this particular section right here now. So if anybody's ever watched me play and hold on to most of my platforms, I usually have some sort of C-clamp going on. My thumb's usually on the top of the gun with my hand resting, well, obviously wrapping itself around underneath. So running a vertical grip is kind of pointless for me because I don't actually use it. I use it more as like either a hand stop or I'll kind of almost angle my hand on it almost as an angled grip. So an angled grip is a little bit more comfortable for me.
Hold on, we got a question from Harrison, and yes, we do answer vendor questions before everyone else. What is a yeet, and should I be concerned? Shall we demonstrate? I'm gonna have to do this so I don't hit the glass behind us, but
Let's not do it with a gun.
Do it with the EPM.
no, that's not,
So-
that doesn't fly too well.
I know it doesn't fly too well,
hold
but
on,
I'm not
hold
going to
on,
throw
hold
a
on.
gun.
Yeah, no,
Oh, that works.
I'm allowed to throw this. I made it. Yeet.
That's a yeet. And yes, you should probably be concerned. And you're not that old. You're what, only like 55? I'm obviously joking.
Okay. So, C-clamps.
So, but in a case like that, angled grips and hand stops feel a lot more comfortable for me because of the way that I hold on to them.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, again, that depends on the platform that I happen to be using, but generally speaking, that's what feels more comfortable for me. Again, it has nothing to do with stabilizing the gun. It has nothing to do with recoil compensation because we're playing with toy guns.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
When if I do a vertical grip, it's usually the Hera Arms, just because I do like the Hera Arms vertical stubby.
Mm-hmm.
Again, big hands. The fat grips are really good. Half the time I'm going to use it as a hand stop, though. Like, I don't think we have the video out there. No, we don't. Yet. But I'm shooting the Scorpion Evo with the Hera Arms stubby grip, and really I'm just... I don't C-clamp because I'm not a wannabe.
It's comfortable with the way I hold it.
What I tend to do is...
I don't like Chris Costa C-clamp,
What I tend to do
which is not the proper C-clamp.
just kind of rest my thumb on the side rail. Or cover if I have a cover on.
See, the reason I C-clamp is I always have my pressure pad right on the top.
I
so my
actually-
manipulation is the same no matter what.
Speaking of
hand I'm
attachments,
holding.
I actually swapped the Magpul hand grip things for the ladders.
Did you?
Because it gives me a better place to rest my thumb. Because it's a flatter
okay,
surface
alright.
instead of like on the edge of the...
All right.
See, here's the
That's
thing.
smart.
And like, you'll find like the more you play, the more you're going to learn what's comfortable for you and what you like. one of the reasons I like my MCX a lot is because it doesn't have any rails or anything, so I can just grab it like a man.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, 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 whoa. I would use that term lightly. When it
Grab?
comes to- no, man.
Oh. Sorry, grab it like an airsofter.
Is that a shot fired at the entire airsoft community?
No, it's a really bad joke
So,
made out of desperation.
but basically the one thing to take away from the grips side of things, whatever you think is the coolest and most comfortable.
Yep.
That's
Go for
pretty
looks.
much it. Go for looks.
But there are attachments that are functional.
Yes.
Like, I'll just go and grab it. Like what, Tom? What?
I don't know what gun you're grabbing.
Well, first off, I'm going to grab this guy over here. 'Cause
Oh.
It has a very functional one. The best
It
one
does have a
for
very
me,
functional one.
perhaps.
The end all be all.
Everyone knows that if you have one of these, you are just going to win.
Absolutely.
I'll go ahead and hand this to you since you like the big boy guns.
I do like the big boy guns.
I'm going to hold this one because
Helps me feel better about myself.
I'm going to hold this one because Harrison is awesome. And
Yes, Harrison is awesome, and
He did
we're
a good
not
job
just-
on this.
We're not just saying that because he's in the chat. So, yeah, obviously.
I just want to make sure.
So, as far as functionality goes, if we're gonna stick to the bottom rail, bipods. What?
That was good, actually.
I didn't even get it at first. Ah.
Like the Hera grip. Yes, the Hera stubby, not the Hera arms one on the ice. Yes, not the weird
Yes.
curved one. I
Yes.
I won't go up and grab one of those. You guys know what they look like. They're stubby vertical grips.
So, bipods. Bipods are actually, for the most part, a very functional tool depending on the platform that you're using it on. If you're using a regular old M4, don't even bother with it. But if you're using a saw or a dedicated marksman rifle or a sniper rifle, it can help you out a lot.
These things are super useful.
They are very
To the point where I will break my own rule about modifying a beautiful gun like the PSG-1 so that I can make sure it has a bipod.
So what the bipod is going to end up doing is obviously it's going to give you a much more stable platform to rest it down onto. So in the case of like running a saw, since saws can get very, very heavy, especially if you're going to be carrying for
This is a
extended
bad
periods
example
time.
of that, but
This is a bad example of that, but generally speaking,
they're pretty heavy.
they can get hefty. It gives you a nice little platform to go ahead and plop it down on, and it's a lot more stable than if you were to try to just kind of hold onto it and spray in a general direction. Saws are not meant to get hits. They are meant to keep the enemy's heads down. Just had to throw that in there.
Controversial statements up in here.
What?
Controversial statements up in here.
So it gives you a little bit better of a platform to kind of plant it down onto instead of trying to rest it on just the gun on top of a wall.
Right.
So same basic idea with running a sniper or a DMR sort of setup. It gives you something to rest a gun down on, so that way the gun sits relatively flatter.
Because
and
again,
it's a lot less likely to sway.
typically, I mean, we don't have any good examples in the store
Not
actually.
really.
But typically, airsoft snipers are not going to be light either. Again, bad example because this is actually one that's very light and comfortable. So are the strikers that we have up here as well, which oddly enough do actually come with a Harris bipod mount already built in.
Yeah.
Yes.
The mount,
Or the-
not the bipod, the mount.
Right. The standard mount, the little nubby one, as opposed to this one, we had to put the rail attachment on, but it comes with that. And the other thing with this is, whereas resting is nice, but this also gives you more points of contact, which means more stability. So we're able to really get that nice and
God,
stable to make sure you
What did
get
Harrison
your
put in the
shot.
chat?
All right. It's a gift.
Harrison. I'm still upset with you that you didn't come to the anniversary.
As you should be.
I'm really upset with you that you didn't come to the anniversary. I missed you, man. I haven't seen you since SHOT Show. Come on, my dude.
Anything else you want to say about bipods and
So,
grip pods?
no, well, grip pods are obviously
a good little hybrid?
the better alternative to getting a regular bipod. Because you're getting,
Whoa.
if you're into the whole vertical grip, you're getting yourself a nice vertical grip, and when you need it, that was probably really loud on camera.
Fighting Immortal.
So put it away. Now go ahead and extend it.
Yours makes a better noise. Okay.
We were going to get you a cake, Harrison. We were going to celebrate your birthday here. Duh.
We did have cupcakes.
We did have cupcakes.
See? How do you know they weren't for you? You don't, because you weren't here.
We would have had a regular cake if somebody showed up.
I had work.
I hate you so much.
Is that really all you got to say about iPods and stuff like that? Is that
Yeah,
all
that's...
you got?
It basically, it helps stable the platform to give you...
I'll leave this because I guess the next one we're going to move on to is kind of relevant to that gun, not this one so much.
You sure about that?
Does it have one on it, Tom?
Sights and optics.
Whoa!
Yes, it does have it on there, by the way.
Okay, it
So-
has its iron sights, but...
What's up?
It has its iron sights, but those are only half attached.
Yeah.
The ones on the front are fixed to the gun.
Yeah.
Not an attachment then.
Anyway, so when we're looking at sights like magnifieds or red dots or holographic style, because I'm pretty sure nobody's going to spend the $500, $600, $700, $800 to get an
We
actual
literally had a
holographic.
guy here last weekend.
I know.
Oh, yeah, so funny little anecdote about that. So we're getting ready for the round. I'm reffing for whatever reason. And we're standing there, and he's like, trade you my,
Harrison's on YouTube now.
he says, hey, I'll trade you my EOTech for your dye mask. And I just kind of look at him like, no, you won't.
You should have just said yes. See what he said.
He literally said, no, I won't. See,
YouTube, say hi to Harrison. Bombard him with comments, please.
see, the joke was here that you hadn't just left when that was happening.
Oh.
If you were still here, I would have told you that we did the trade. I told him, like, hey, give me your EOTech. I'm going to walk out there and be like, look what I traded it for. It was a real EOTech, too. He did not have a shield for it, which we made sure we fixed that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But,
optics.
Optics. So,
Speaking of shields, probably the most functional and most useful item that we sell,
yes.
honestly.
So, when you're looking at optics, obviously, depending on the type of platform that you're going with and depending on the play style that you're going with, different optics are going to suit different roles. So if you're doing mainly CQB and you're going to be rushing around and like lightweight and just running around crazy, you're obviously not going to put a scope on your stubby little 4.5-inch barreled M4 with a PDW stock, because that's just going to look weird. Funny, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the most practical thing to do. What you're going to do is you're probably going to do a lightweight sight like a T1 or...
This is a little bit bigger for...
yeah, but...
it's kind of a T1 idea.
like a T1 or maybe like a holographic style sight, or even one of the little tiny RDSs that you could fit, the micros. There we go.
Yes.
I forgot the words. So like little micro red dots.
My issue with holographics on smaller platforms is they look too big. And this is just a me thing. I'm a lot about aesthetics, but they just look too big. Like
Yep.
if you put a holo on an MP5, it's gonna be the size of the gun essentially, is how it feels.
Basically.
If you do it on, say, the PDRC especially, it's
Oh yeah, it's
you
a
really,
big.
you really can't put anything but a micro on
No,
there.
I don't have any more Smarties.
No, you don't.
You know, I still don't have like 3/4 of a bag of a 5-pound bag in my car.
Okay.
So, but
Looks like someone's asking us stuff in French, which I shall attempt to reply in Vietnamese.
oh,
Because apparently we're flexing language skills now.
sweet. So, magnified optics, obviously, they're better suited to your longer range platforms, like your sniper rifles, your marksman style rifles, where your lower magnifications, like maybe a holographic sight with a magnifier behind it, or a T1 with a magnifier behind it, would work well in that medium range. Because you have that magnifier for if you do want to take out anybody that is a little bit further away, but then you can flop that to the side and CQB work.
I'm going to share another controversial statement about how video games lie to you. Magnifiers are not that good.
They do kind of suck, actually.
While they might seem cool in Call of Duty, go out in the real world in the forests of New England and try to use that, you're not going to... like, people with very basic camouflage, or just, in this case, green, are going to blend in because you lose a lot of depth perception by having really any magnified optic.
Yes.
Like that's the thing. It's a trade-off. You lose that depth perception and that ability to see things more clearly to have magnification.
Yes.
So what I tend to do sometimes is I will run
Continue. Sorry.
kind of my knockoff Spectre thing, where it has the 1 to 4 times, if I need it. But usually I will just run a T-Dot. I love my T-Dot. It's like probably one of my best sights, and it's a non-powered optic. Which people need to realize that doesn't mean it has power. It does. Non-powered means...
Non-powered means no magnification.
Right.
That's so stupid, but I love it.
Mm-hmm. So, I only will run powered optics if I'm doing marksman stuff, and even then, my primary marksman optic is a 1 to 4 times. 1 to 4 power, if we're going to be technical about it.
Getting technical.
Oddly enough, it's a Vulcan sight, and it actually works pretty good.
The Vulcan sights are actually pretty nice. I do like the Vulcan sights.
It's really weird. It's not what I would have expected, personally.
So, as far as the sights themselves go, you're really not going to get much of a difference between the different sorts of red dots and whatnot. It's really mainly going to be looks. So, obviously, if you're going to go with a smaller, more lightweight platform, you're probably going to want a smaller style red dot. Where if you're going with a full-size rifle platform, then yeah, go ahead and get something like a go ahead and get something like an EOTech or an old army style CCO or a T-Dot or
CCO.
CCO.
I think I have one. I think.
You've got something very similar to it.
I do.
I know that. But
There we go.
at that point, again, it really falls down to what you think looks the best on the platform that you're using. For the most part.
You are 4 times. Right? No, you are.
No, you are.
Oh, here we go.
The reason
The reason I like this is it's kind of like my T-Dot in that it's by UTG and a very similar idea, except it's just a dot.
It's basically the T-Dot, but shrunken down almost.
Yeah, and it's a very clear sight. It's very easy to sight in. It doesn't lose 0 because it's real steel. And it's not too big. It's probably at the biggest sight I will put on something like my MP5. Which some people will be like, it's not that big. It's like, well, yeah, that's what I just said. Honestly, I don't know why I put a sight on MP5 because I'm a big fan of H&K iron sights.
Yes, HK iron
This,
sights are really nice.
this era, at least. Like,
Yes.
once they got out of the... that's also very stiff. That seems like it's a little too stiff.
Yeah, don't break your thing.
No. Once
So-
they got out of using the 416 D10 and D14, once they moved into the A5, they stopped doing the
Yeah,
rail
they started
attached
doing
ones.
some really weird sights.
I'm going to have to probably loosen that up.
Yeah,
That
probably.
was also too far forward.
So, but yeah, sights are pretty much preference for the most part.
There is some function behind it, but not really in airsoft. Like, having a magnified sight doesn't gain you anything. You're not shooting
Yeah,
that
no.
far away. And anyone who wants to argue with me, I'll point out that the #1 sniper in the world didn't use iron sights. I mean, he did use iron sights. He didn't use a magnified sight
Yes.
because he didn't want the glare from the optic.
Yep. So, now moving on to an item that a lot of people assume to be very useful, but is actually the exact opposite.
Flashlight.
No, lasers.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know why people... Oh, there we go. I don't know why people use them in airsoft.
So, lasers, I'll be 110% honest with you, pointless. You're gonna give away your position more than it's going to actually help you. And because you're firing an overglorified musket, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard that term before. Since you're firing an overglorified musket, you're relying on this precise dot on a wall somewhere telling you where that beam is going to hit. It's not going to hit that dot. It will almost never hit that dot.
Depending. I'm gonna actually come in here and say it depends on the situation.
Well, if I'm this far away from you, then
Exactly. In a CQB scenario, like on our field, parts of our field, once you get close in, yeah, okay. But once you get more than a few feet out, like, yeah, you lose that accuracy. Should I address that now? I'm going to address that now about tracers.
we're gonna get into it anyway.
Let's.
Yeah.
We said
So-
we literally said everything about lasers right now.
We'll answer your question about tracers in a second.
Yeah.
So, but flashlights in a CQB environment like this can be very, very helpful.
But not for the reason people think they are.
Yes. So, obviously, a flashlight was originally intended to be made to make it easier to see,
Yes.
which isn't really the case out there because it's never really dark enough to really need a flashlight to enhance your visibility. It's mainly made for if you've ever shot an airsoft gun with a flashlight on there, you can kind of almost see where the BBs are going for the most part. So it's mainly
You can get
made
an
for
idea.
you can get a rough idea. So in a CQB environment where everything is about quick reaction and just point and click sort of thing, having that flashlight on there can definitely help you instead of taking 5 or 6 shots on a target and hitting them, taking 2 or 3 shots on a target and hitting them.
I would argue that within the range of our field, you should know where your placement is, roughly.
Roughly. But for those people that don't know,
Not
a
everyone-
flashlight can help.
Not everyone can tune their guns. Not saying it like ability-wise, not everyone has the facilities, we'll say, to do it.
Yeah.
Because you should not be shooting this just openly in your backyard.
No.
But people will, I guarantee you.
I don't usually run flashlights too much.
Neither do I.
Every once in a while I will. And when we were at Nighthawk, I did have the flashlight on, but I only really used it if, for some reason, I was just so pitch black blind that I literally could not see a
Yeah,
damn
so
thing.
that's the same here. Like, I turned my flashlight on twice at Nighthawk. That's it.
I think I did twice too.
We were assaulting the medical fort. And, yeah, I just came up to a window. Thought there was a guy in there because I saw kind of a shadow. Flashlight on, no one there. Flashlight off, real quick. And you don't want it on for too long because you lose your night vision. And in that case, what I'm doing is, which will bring into what people think they're doing with flashlights, which is blinding people. No. You're going to surprise them in that case. You're not going to blind them. You're actually saying, hey, look at me over here. Human eyes are attracted to light. So, there's that. So yeah, I would say if you're the kind of person who's like, I need to get a strobe because it's going to blind people. Nope.
No, it's
gonna
just
annoy
going to
them.
really annoy somebody.
And it's going to make you a bigger target. And it's going to tell them where your gun is. And on our field, gun hits count. So it's actually, I would say, a detractor,
Yes.
personally. A lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I'm willing to wager some of my field experience on this kind of stuff. Same with tracers, which I think we shall now get into.
So when you're looking at tracer units,
Mm-hmm.
here I run nothing but tracers. Now,
Yep.
yes, they can give away your position in certain situations.
Well, I'm going to argue not really, at least in this context of our field, not really, because people who are
So
not right.
in the context of CQB, no, yes. No, yes.
I'm going to, well, I'll just see what you say. How about that?
So in the context of CQB close range, it's really kind of pointless to really worry about if anybody knows exactly where you are anyway. And because it's such a small, fast, like you need to be everywhere at the same time sort of fields, running a tracer is going to help you more than it's going to hurt you.
Yep.
Now, if you were going to run outdoors at a night game, it's a lot more likely that they're going to end up giving away your position because obviously you're dealing with much further distances. So the likelihood of you getting somebody out before they've spotted you is a lot. It's diminished significantly. And what they can now physically watch the flight path of the BB, and obviously if they're looking in your general direction, they'll see the flash from the tracer itself.
Which whatever. So this is where I'm going to disagree with you. I think tracers are a good idea at night.
Oh, I think they're a good idea in general.
And
just
it's
overall.
not, yes, they will theoretically give away your position, but A, they have to actually, like, it'll tell them the direction you're coming from. It won't, unless they're actually looking at you at the time, It's not going to tell you exactly where you are.
Bye, Harrison.
2,
Love you.
you should always shoot and then maneuver. Never shoot from the same place twice. Tom. And 3, especially if your squad leads, we tend to lead the squad.
Oh, yeah.
I want to have tracers because I need my team to know where I'm laying down fire so they know where they can lay down fire too.
See, I think you thought that we were disagreeing, but we are actually agreeing.
Or did I just get to that yet?
On the tracer thing.
Did not get to that yet?
Yeah, I
All
will
right.
run a tracer literally anywhere.
Now, it works better when you have night vision, I admit. Theoretically, there are camos that negate night vision, even the non-Gen 1 stuff. I don't know why YouTube was whatever with that. Okay. But, like, if you spot people at night, which I tend to spot them more, like, sooner than some of our teammates, I'm just going to lay down a couple rounds of tracer so they know where to open fire and let them do the rest of the work. So I can go back to command and control and make sure they're not doing anything stupid at night. Not saying that anything stupid happens at night, but you never know. I've dealt with enough teams who think they're experienced but aren't, especially at night ops, to know that you just don't assume.
No, never assume. Never assume.
Are the Bluetooth
got a
ones
lot of
in...
questions.
What's up?
We got a lot of questions.
Yes. Well, this one's about tracers. So are the Bluetooth ones in stock yet? Not right now. No, not yet. I recommend tracer units, personally.
Yes. If there is any accessory for any gun that I recommend buying first.
Optics.
No. I don't use optics CQB.
Okay.
I rely solely on my tracers.
See that? Okay, I'm going to bring it... Okay. I'll clarify that. Depends on the context.
True. If you're running mainly CQB, tracer first. If you're running outdoor, optic, then a tracer.
But I think getting back to the question, will it give away your position? Yes.
Potentially, yes.
Yes, but so will shooting generally.
Sure.
At night, everyone hears everything. They will be able to find you from the sound.
I don't know what it is. It's some sort of magic going on, but everything is louder at night.
Yep.
Everything is louder at night.
Yep. It's true. Like, so, I don't know, like, yeah, okay. It's just, I don't like people who say, like, don't run a tracer unit, it'll give away your position. I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that at all. Plus, it also depends on viewing angle, because if it's coming across the view, they're probably not going to see it. That's something I've just found from experience. It depends on conditions as well, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what else? What other accessories can we talk about? What did we forget?
Talking about lasers, talking about flashlights, optics,
Bull dots.
tracers.
I like bull dots. I like the idea of bull dots. I don't have one. I want one just because I feel like I can really annoy some people with it, and that's funny to me.
The original intention of the bull dot is...
It's meant for an AR-15, if I remember correctly.
It is
specifically.
meant for your standard AR-15. Obviously, it can be used for other platforms too, but it was
Oh,
originally meant... It was originally meant for your general purpose AR-15. And what it was made for, what it was made to do was, with your standard laser, it stays the same size no matter how far away you're shining that laser out. So if you're shining it out a fairly decent distance, it's going to be very hard for you to pick up that laser. What a bull dot does, though, is it gets bigger and bigger and bigger on the target as it gets further away. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to pick up a big dot on something versus this tiny, tiny, tiny little red dot sitting on something. It was made for quicker acquisition. You bring it up, lasers on something, take a couple shots. For airsoft in a CQB environment like this, yeah, a bull dot can actually be very, very helpful because it'll give you an idea of the general area of where that gun is aiming, and it's going to be a lot easier to pick up than just a tiny little laser sitting up on the wall that you're going to be like, I think it's over there. So I actually like bull dots a lot.
Alex decided to finally show himself in the chat.
Oh, thanks, Alex. if that is your real name.
Oh, hey, what about underslung weapons like Master Keys 203s?
Oh, we almost forgot about that.
Or AR-15 pistols underslung to a
Yes.
grenade, a shotgun.
Yes,
As the team has discussed, I told you our team's a little bit weird.
a little bit. So as far as underbarrel attachments go, like grenade launchers, master keys, stuff like that. So your standard grenade launchers, if you're using your shower shells, is essentially a shotgun.
Yeah. So it's kind of,
Basically.
it's really a master key.
It's basically a master key at that point.
We had those 9-barrel, whatever that, we did a review on them.
The 6-barrel IGL.
No, it had 9
Oh, that's what you meant. That's what you meant. All right, yeah.
Because those are those function the exact same as an underslung grenade launcher generally with the standard shower shell. In that 6 barrels, you fill them with I think 5 BBs each.
I think
9 barrels.
that's what it was.
Fill it with green gas, and then you can just pull on the tab in the back and it'll shoot. Again, just a shotgun for sort of last resort or whatever.
So, for all intents and purposes, for the sake of argument, most grenade launchers, master keys, undermounted launcher style platforms will generally almost always work in a similar fashion, being a shotgun.
Yep.
Now, once you start moving over into like your tag-in launchers, the shells anyway, then you start looking at a bunch of different possibilities. You'll have flash grenades, you'll have pyro frag grenades, you'll have just explosive, you'll
Yep.
have dud rounds, you'll have chalk rounds. You've got a whole mess load of different options you get into.
And those are actually launchable.
Those are actually launchable, so they're not used for person-to-person combat. They are used for either anti-vehicle or anti-structure, depending on the rules of the particular op that you're going to.
And a structure
So-
or just room clearing.
Or just room clearing.
Pop them
again,
through
yeah.
a window.
So
Yeah.
you have to be very, very careful with those because they can be very dangerous. They can seriously hurt somebody if you shoot
That
at
being
somebody.
said, it's a lot easier and a lot safer in this tactical sense to launch a round, one round
One.
through a window and just be able to say, okay, this
It's
building
clear.
is clear now.
That is the only time that it is acceptable to yell room clear when you haven't physically entered the room.
You're right.
It's an inside joke.
Even then I wouldn't. Even then I would
No,
be
even then
cautious.
I
I mean, I'd be leaping through that window and probably tripping over myself. But
Probably.
even then I'd be cautious
I'd be
as
tripping
I'm
over
falling to the
myself,
ground.
falling behind you.
Yep.
So,
He knows. And so does Tank. He knows.
love you too, Tank.
It's not a gripping mission without somebody falling over.
True.
So, but as far as underslung weapons go, I don't usually recommend weapons like that for CQB because generally speaking, you want to be lightweight, you want to be fast, you want to be able, because you're in a constant firefight for 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 10 minutes, depending on the game mode you have to do it. But you're in a constant firefight, constantly moving around for 15 minutes. So that's going to add a lot of extra weight onto your platform, and you're going to get tired of it very quickly. Are they fun? Yeah, absolutely. They
I
are
think-
super, super fun. But
Get back to your cage.
Sorry.
but for just your general, normal, regular gaming, I don't really see a big purpose to it.
MGL.
Other than the MGL.
Then you got a 6-shot shotgun and have fun on your reloads.
You have a 6-shot, really big shotgun. Wow.
Chuckles is not in the stream anymore because he has school and also he's not scheduled on Wednesdays. We bring him in from time to time.
Every once in a while he'll stop
Yeah.
by, but he's got other stuff he has to take care of. I've heard this school thing can get pretty important.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't know, but
Yeah.
yeah. Wow, we're pretty much at time, so we probably should run through
Oh,
these.
all right.
All right.
But, before we do that, contest winner. Not yet.
I gotta
So-
switch over here, anyways.
Do you want to show the results and then the winner, or do you want to say the winner and then the results?
I mean, we're gonna show the video first, obviously.
All right. So, for any of you guys that have been paying attention to our Facebook and our Instagram, we are starting to do the social media contest again.
Tank says he loves you.
I love you, Tank.
Just thought I'd let him know.
So, basically what the contest was, now we did have to kind of change it a little bit, but it is going to be the exact same rule set and all that. So, Me and him had the same platform. We were actually using a KWA LM4, and with an unknown number of BBs in the magazine, shoot, run till empty. And the reason we did it with an unknown number of BBs is obviously with a surprise.
And because it was funny for me.
And because it was funny for you.
I put like 2 in his mag and wanted to see what would happen.
And what we did was we each took 3 turns to make it fair. And we took the fastest time of each reload from those 3 turns. All right? What you guys had to do is you guys had to guess, without going over, who won and how fast they were able to reload in. Meaning, drop in the mag, put it in a dump pouch, grab the mag, slap the new mag in, bolt release, fire that first shot. So from the time of the last shot of the previous mag to the first shot of the new mag is the time that you guys are trying to guess. So before we say who won that, here are the results.
Not bad. I forgot how stiff it is. Facebook didn't see any of that.
No, Facebook didn't see any of that.
So what happened, Tom?
So, now one thing I do want to mention is we did take 3 separate tries. Those were our fastest 3 tries.
The one where I complain about the magazine stiffness is my fastest.
Those are our fastest 3 tries.
I will argue that I did good because I was very consistent.
Yes, you were very consistent. I will give you that. But anyway,
Except for the first try, that was a disaster.
So, Decoy here did it in, what was it, 6.25 seconds?
6.25 seconds, yep.
I was able to do it in 3.5 seconds. Now, with that being said, we do have a winner, and it was actually on Facebook. It was Scott Green on Facebook. So he didn't guess the exact time. He guessed 3 seconds, but he was the first person to get the closest without going over, and he did guess that I won. So Scott, if you're watching, we will go ahead and we will send you a private message on Facebook to let you know how to redeem your prize for your free admission to Operation Extreme Outbreak. So congratulations to you. And congratulations to you for being consistent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would argue that it would have been a lot smoother if I were able to just drop the mag.
It would have been a lot smoother if you could just drop the mag.
Because for some reason, that's what I practice at home, even though I never drop my mags.
Yeah.
I'm a smart boy.
So,
yeah, there's a little freak out going on in the chat. There was a lot of comments very quickly, some of which I'm not going to really necessarily address, but yes, that was the LM4
yes,
by KWA.
it was the LM4. Specifically, my LM4.
Yes.
If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll have more contests coming back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure what it will be yet, but
We're going to try to do some fun stuff
something.
for some of these contests.
Are you back yet?
Yeah, been back.
All right. Let's get into questions and
Yes.
answers, I think. How much do Tracer BBs usually cost?
They will be a little more expensive than your standard BBs, but they're really not all that bad.
No.
So the ASG Blazer BBs, I want to say they're $17 for 3,300 of them.
I think it's
Think it's Blaster first off?
Blaster,
yeah.
whatever it is.
I think
The
they're a
Blaster
little bit cheaper,
BBs.
but they're around that price.
But they're $17 for a bottle of 3,300. The Linux or Tac Tracer BBs will be a little bit cheaper for more. So you're paying basically the same price to get more BBs, so it's cheaper.
I will point out that we have both had an issue with our ERGs, our KWA ERGs, with the Lancer BBs. We're not sure why exactly. I think there might be a little bit more of a variation in BB size than the ASG ones.
Now,
The
the Lancer
ASG
BBs, I will say, work amazing out of pistols. I haven't had any problems with them working out of my WE Smith & Wesson. Can I say Smith & Wesson even though it's not licensed?
Nope.
My KWA Myth and
KWA? No, WE.
WE. Why did I say KWA? My WE
Wow. WE,
WE.
Big Bird technically is the model name.
Whatever. So
Which is a dumb
I haven't
name.
had any problems with feeding out of that, and they do glow pretty darn bright with the little X-Core Tech, the little mini tracer that they got.
Yes, the Ace Tech lighters are very nice.
No, that was
No,
actually the
X-Core
X-Core
Tech
Tech lighter.
XT301.
They're the exact same company.
Yeah, but
You have
one's
no
an X.
proof.
Yeah, prove it.
Yes, I know you keep asking me what I use to stream. We will get to that. That's how question and answer session works.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's how all the questions work on the stream. We get to them in the order that they were asked,
Tracers are
unless
worth it.
they're relevant to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, this one we address fairly regularly. All
Almost
right, shields
every live
allowed
stream.
on our field, and I know what you both are going to say. I'm going to disagree with you. Say, let me answer it this time.
Okay,
and
all
you'll
right,
see
all
why
right,
I'm answering
all right.
this way.
Mhm.
Yes, they are allowed on our field. However, they count as a part of your gear. So if they get hit, you're hit,
You
and therefore
literally
you are
said
out.
it verbatim to what I was going to say.
No, you say no, they're not allowed.
No, I was actually going to say, actually, they are allowed, but if they get hit, you're hit.
Yeah.
So yes,
They're part
you
of the
can
gear.
you can bring it. We don't mind you bringing it. We just mind if you assume that it's gonna protect you from BBs because it
They're
won't.
not
hit.
worth it.
It will be. You're not supposed to tell them that part. It will count as a hit according to our rules.
Yes.
So yeah. We had another question from follow up. I assume from last week. Do we have AK rail mounts? Yes, we
Yes.
still do. Tom, are you going to be using the LM4 for Outbreak?
I might bounce back and forth from the King Arms and the LM4.
Whoa.
I'm going to start using that a little bit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We.
I bet Isaiah's going to be super excited about that.
I don't know if Stars would be having something like the King Arms. Maybe you should just stick with the LM4.
Should I just stick with the LM4?
Maybe.
I need to
We'll
get
see
extra
the-
mags then if I'm
Or
going
if
to
you
do
had
that.
something like this.
Yeah, but I'm like Star's special unit.
Stars is the special unit.
Yeah. You're special. All right.
I'm the special Stars unit.
Yeah. I'm gonna, what he said.
Very special.
Something you special. Okay. Are we eating the same Smarties from Monday? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes.
are.
It was a 5-pound bag. Do you
We-
really think I would have gone through all that?
Yes, actually.
Yes, actually.
Shut up.
It'll probably be the same bag next Monday.
Do we have the TM Gold Match in stock?
No.
No, but we can get them.
But we do actually have the stainless in stock.
It's the same gun, just looks a little different.
Yep.
It's just not gold.
You give us some time, we can make it a lot nicer looking than the standard gold match. And on top of that, we can make it look the way you want it to look, not the way it comes out of a box.
What he said.
You know something about that, don't you?
Just a little bit.
A little bit, a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Just a wee bit. If you do want to get a high capita to upgrade, I would suggest not get the gold match. They did a little things funky that makes it really hard to upgrade. So go ahead and get the stock TM, the 5.1, the 5.1 stainless, or any of the 4.3s, and you should be good.
Oh,
You.
do we have a lightweight chest rig that can hold 6 M4 mags?
Yes.
Yeah.
Something that is not as bulky as the Condor one.
Yes. The Lance Attack ones. I actually have one personally. They're originally made for AK mags, but M4 mags fit perfectly
Close enough,
fine.
yeah.
And I want to say you can actually fit 8, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
Yeah,
so.
you can fit about 8, I would say, in there.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the count. No, I'm going to go ahead and answer these really quick. What green screen software do we use for Instagram, and what is our streaming software? I don't give out trade secrets on stream.
Green screen? What
Yes.
green screen?
Yep.
Now, however, if you want to come into the store, I'm happy to talk about it
Same.
and show you.
Can't show you, but I can talk about it.
So, homeless guy walking through the parking lot.
Oh.
Cool.
Welcome to
I thought
ADD
this-
stream. Not going to talk about it on stream. You can come ask me in person. Any good place to get relatively cheap ATAX BDUs? ATAX is a little bit more bizarre, a little rarer to find.
I have seen them at some surplus stores.
But since it's not really something that comes surplus, they're not going to have a ton.
It's more of like a special order, like they can order new for you, sort of thing. Or if somebody sold them their used pair
Yeah.
or whatever. Other than that, just Anywhere that would normally sell combat uniforms.
All right. The 511 store, probably, since he got the 511 Booney, I think.
In
511s
ATAX?
are nice.
Yeah, they do.
They don't do
Yeah.
ATAX, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Since when?
Since always.
Yeah, they were there when we went.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything 511.
They do like that weird, whatever that is, the
G07.
bubbly look one. Yeah, that one. That's actually not bad, honestly.
I kind of.
They do that. They do multicam and they do 8-tax. Those are like the only camos they'll do.
They also do a lot of Cryptech.
That's weird.
All right, they also do Cryptech. Yes.
I hate Cryptech.
When does pre-reg end for Op Extreme Outbreak?
The night before.
The night before. So while you do have some time,
I recommend doing
just do it now.
ASAP.
Like just do it now. Then you don't have to worry about it. Is Easton here? I assume that's not a question for us.
I don't know. Who's that?
I'm not Easton, so
Should I know who that is? I'm Cloudy. Hi.
Yeah. That's it for questions so far.
yeah, I think that's
And
Pretty sure that time.
We're a bit over time. So
Ooh,
we had a little bit more of a draw for this one. I'm kind of proud of that.
yeah. What? Get out of here.
Okay, I go.
Anyway, that's all the time we got. It's been No Name.
Decoy.
Cloudy!
Thank you guys for tuning in. I have to go turn off the Facebook one.
Oh, you do? Oh, let me just go ahead and go to the splash screen then.